Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Shadow Stitch, your coach of the Charlotte Chandelures, and today we got our week 2 of the UNPL. So last week we started things off pretty strong with a 3-0 up against Mr. TJP and the Bundle Montreal. Just overall, a pretty straightforward game, very clean. I definitely enjoyed it, so be sure to go check that out if you haven't already. But this week, we are going to be taking on That Common Boy and the Seattle Scissors. So yeah, we could bring the team in right here, and they have quite the squad. First things first, Meowscarada, a Pokemon that is very similar to our own Greninja. Very cool, very fast, and very strong. Iron Moth is a absolute menace of a Pokemon. It can be fast, it can set up, it can just do a ton of damage. Same with like Hurum. We have some strong physical threats with the Scizor and the Galarian Zapdos. Rotom and Tinkaton have some pretty decent defensive synergy going on right there. And then we do also have 3 Terra Captains in the Farigiraf, the Sandaconda, and the Dracloak. All are able to Terra into Fairy, and I think Fairy looks pretty decent on all of them, but I'm really leaning towards maybe a Terra Fairy for Farigiraf. So overall, it's a very strong team. A lot of different things could come out here, but I'm definitely prepping a lot for that Iron Moth, the Meowscarada, and the Kyurem. So let's go ahead and get right on into it and see what I brought to combat this. Starting us off strong, we got a Choice Scarfed Greninja. So with Protean and our physical offense, we can actually threaten a lot of things. Of course, U-Turn is really good into the Meowscarada, but also Liquidation keeps a Choice Scarfed or potential booster speed Iron Moth in check. Low Kick is great for the Kyurem, and Gunk Shot is really strong for all of the Terra Fairies. Overall, though, Greninja is just here to do a lot of damage when needed, be a good speed control kind of Pokemon, and just get out of dodge with some U-turns when we need them to. Our first main win con here is going to be Gouging Fire, holding the Loaded Dice. Flare Blitz we do have to run this week, unfortunately. I would love to have run Heat Crash, but it was missing out on some KOs on some important targets. Scale Shot, though, is pretty solid with the Loaded Dice, always being at least 100 base power, and can help us power through certain things and get us a speed boost in the same time. Morning Sun just keeps us healthy, and Dragon Dance lets us boost even more and buff up that attack stat. We're running just enough speed so we can outspeed pretty much everything naturally at +1, and then Scale Shot can take us from there when we need it. Time to bring in the defense, and we got Gliscor this week, holding the Toxic Orb, of course. Earthquake hits pretty much most of the team pretty well. Toxic keeps some things like a Sandaconda or a Rotom Wash in check, even though we don't really want to be staying in on that. Protect just keeps us healthy with our Poison Heal and Scout's moves, and Spikes is obviously really good. So just to be a nice little defensive check, especially against things like the Scizor and the Tinkaton, is very solid. Florges is also looking really good this week. Of course, we got the Wish, Protect, Baton Pass combo with the Moonblast. Very straightforward, pretty much the same exact moves that we had last week. And we're able just to do a lot of damage with our Moonblast to the right things, Baton Pass out, and keep the rest of the team healthy. We're actually able to run a lot of defense this week because our special defense is so naturally good into most things that we need it to be, that we're able to take a few physical hits as well. So Florges is just here to keep the team alive and just be a nice strong pivot with that Baton Pass. Next up, though, we got Bronzong toeing the line between physical and special defense with a Rocky Helmet. We're also running Heat Proof this week because we're trying to be a lure for the Iron Moth. With our special defensive investment and the Heat Proof ability, we're able to easily tank any Fiery Dances or even Fire Blasts from the Iron Moth and just dispatch it with an Earthquake. The classic combo of Iron Defense and Body Press also looks really good here, especially with a Kyurem on the loose, and then we have Stealth Rock just for extra free damage. Last but not least, of course, we have to bring the turtle. Terapagos is holding the heavy-duty boots this week because there is a decent amount of hazards that could come. We do have Toxic Spikes, and Stealth Rock on that side of the field. So we do need to keep that Terra Shell intact. Rapid Spin does let us get rid of those hazards when we need to, though. Terra Star Storm is a strong neutral stab into most things. Flamethrower helps us check, especially the Scizor, and Flash Cannon helps hit the Kyurem really hard as well. So, Terapagos, not really so much an in-game win con this week, but just a really solid special attacking option. And there you have it. That's my team for this week. I think that we have a pretty solid squad. The team on the opposing side is pretty scary. Can definitely see if some things snowball out of control, like the Kyurem or the Iron Moth. But I think that we have the team to deal with it for sure. And we definitely have some stuff that could catch them off guard, like our Heat-Proof Bronzong. So, that said though, thank you all so much for stopping by. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys enjoy the battle. Alright. Holy crap, finally. We got Farigiraf, Meowscarada, Kyurem, Rotom, Wash, Sandaconda, and Tinkaton. So, alright. Could see Tinkaton lead. That could be fine. I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and lead Gren. A lot of things could lead, honestly. But, you know, we'll be fine either way. We'll figure it out. So, we have two Terra Captains. Farigiraf is Water, Fairy, and Ground. Sandaconda is Steel, Fairy, and Ground. Or not Ground. Dragon. I think that's what that is. Okay. Did not bring the Dracloak. Cool. Wasn't really expecting the Dracloak, but, you know. What you gonna do? Let's get it. Mine's better. But mine has Litwick, so mine's always gonna be better. Who's that? Cat? Nice. Unless he is Choice Scarfed Cat, for some fucking reason, I should outspeed and do mountains of damage, if not kill this thing. Yeah. Even if he sucker punches for some reason, should be fine. No Moth is cool. Nice. This should be dead unless it's Sash. Sash. Okay. Interesting. Interesting option. Alright, I don't want to go... Could go Bronzong. Yeah, let's just go Zong. Could try to set up a spike. Yep, there's a spike. That's fine. I can always get rid of those later. I'm going to set up my rocks because it might just try to knock or U-turn. That's fine. Knocks itself out to the Rocky helmet. And I get my rocks up, which is very, very nice. Very nice. Alright. One spike isn't the end of the world, so I'm fine just doing things. So, and I don't think he has anything. Does he have anything else that has knockoff? I don't think so. That's cool. I'm very specially defensive, so I'm pretty set there. Oof. preset if he sends in like Curum or what's his face. Also, we came in before the spike, so we didn't show that. Queen Maeve, who's that? Tinkaton? I don't really care. Not Boots, which makes sense. Mold Breaker. Interesting. Oh wait, this has freaking whatchamacallit, so okay. Bronzong versus Tinkaton. Just go to utility set. If it doesn't have an air balloon. Okay, Earthquake does more. Significantly more. So, I'm just gonna fire off an Earthquake. Knocks, okay. Doesn't do too terribly much. Nice. Alright, I don't think that you're knocking twice in a row. That would be super weird. I'm just gonna go into Gliscor. Oh, we doubled. Okay. The Deep. Who's that? Rotom Wash. Alright. Gliscor's not super physically defensive. Leftovers. Okay, good to know. So that may lean to it being more defensive. But I don't think I necessarily want to take that freaking risk. Especially when I have a full health Florges. Right here. If it is a more defensive set, then that's really great for me. Because that's just pretty good setup for gouging. Send out Florges. Just goes for a pump. Okay, so 315 to 212. It's 103 damage to my Florges. So he's got some investment in him. So he's got a little bit. So very likely will not want to take a few hits from that. So he Volt Switches, that's fine. That's a crit, that's not fantastic. Don't love that. Could go into Turtle. Nah, I don't want Turtle to get paralyzed. That'd be really annoying. Probably just go back into Bronzong. Yeah, this thing doesn't really threaten me too much on Bronzong. Could also just Wish, Protect. Just protect myself. Heal myself up. That crit definitely was really annoying. So tries to knock off. Okay, that's cool. Definitely want to try to pass a Wish to my Bronzong eventually, but I don't think I need to right now. So I'm fine going into my Gliscor right now. So we switched first, so very likely we're good there. We're cooking. Hammers, fine. Does a decent amount. Alright, I'm gonna protect, see if it has Ice Hammer. Very likely could. Does have Ice Hammer. Okay. So let's see how much damage it's going to do. To my lift score. If it is offensive, it's going to do the 271% maximum. Just going to Earthquake. Oh, it just tries to make you leave. Just going to go for Earthquake, and that's very, very nice for me. Cool. I could have taken that unless it was like... Actually, no. I mean, obviously we know it's not banded. So, like... Maybe you think, like, Never Melt Ice or something like that wouldn't have mattered. Maybe Never Melt Ice. I think I was above 300, though. I don't remember what my health was. But I'm pretty sure I was above 300. And that's the max that a Never Melt Ice Adamant could have done. To get this out, probably just gonna go into Rotom. That's what I would do if I was them. Could also go into Kyurem. Kyurem would be annoying. Oh, just going into Rotom. Which, in that case, I'm fine just protecting for a little bit of extra health, even though, what do I need it for? Maybe Sandaconda. That would actually be pretty nice to keep Gliscor around for Sandaconda. See a Volt Switch come out. Okay. Reading the Volt Switch. I am fine going into Florges either way. So, yeah, this is fine. This looks like a really solid thing to set up my Gouging Fire on. I don't think he's fully defensive. 310. Alright, there is 2 Hydro Pumps down. Alright, I want to try to pass a Wish to my Bronzong. Bronzong seems very important this late point in the game. So. Also, could potentially pass into my Turtle. Or my Gouging. Depending on what comes out here. So Farigiraf could come out here. That doesn't seem terrible. Definitely thinking about this. I don't hate going into my Turtle. If, like, Kyurem comes out, maybe? Sage, who's that? Farigiraf, okay. Alright, I think I will try to pass to my Bronzong. Will attempt to pass to my Bronzong. I think I can do that. I'm pretty specially defensive. We'll see that I'm heat-proof, though, because I could not get rid of the Spike. Which is definitely a little bit problematic and annoying. Wish of their own. Interesting. Okay. I don't hate just firing off an iron defense here. Thunderbolt should look that pretty comfortable. Oh, that does nothing. So I'm going to ID. That did nothing. And then I'm going to press. Probably Terra Fairy, if I had to guess. Could pop Terra Fairy here. Very likely could see a Terra Fairy popping right here. Right? Is Terra Fairy right? I'm not stupid. Yes, okay. Water Fairy and ground. Definitely think that Fairy is the best option, but, you know, I could be wrong. So we've seen Wish, Thunderbolt. Let's see, what's left? Curum, Rotom Wash. All we've seen is Pump and Volt Switch. Switch, and then all we've the Tinkerton's dead. The Sandaconda's here. Burgerap, we've seen Wish and Thunderbolt. That's fine. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, that did almost a 2-hit KO. You know what? I'm fine rolling the odds. Actually, no, it's not gonna be a 2-hit KO. But I'm going to severely dent this thing. And that's cool. That's cute. I'm cool with that. Something has to switch into a body press, basically. Pump. Misses Pump. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna body press again. I'm just gonna keep body pressing. He could Volt Switch here. Wouldn't be a terrible play. I easily take a Pump. I easily take a Volt Switch. Very specially defensive. Pain Split. Interesting. Oh, that's a pretty big crit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna deny that's a pretty big crit. That is definitely a pretty big crit. Oof. That's an oofs for sure. Okay, so I don't really have a good target to set up on. Butcher. That's gonna be Jerem. No. It's Sandaconda. Okay. I'm just gonna body press you as well. Fire Fang does nothing. That does nothing! Could be a coil set, which could be definitely kind of bad. I'm gonna ID again. He must not have noticed. He must not have noticed. I took a spike damage. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. Why not? So I'm +4. He's doing 20 damage to me. Does get a flinch. Very annoying for sure. But, you know, I can't deny that is pretty deserved after the crit on the Rotom. Lots of damage. Lots and lots of damage. Alright, and that thing is dead. I have... So now we got a Kyurem and a Farigiraf left. Right? I'm assuming neither one of these were fair. Oh, it's Boots! Okay. That makes sense. Okay. It's Boots. Thunderbolt. Doesn't do that much damage. I will wish. It can try to wish itself if it really wants to. Psychic noise. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That means Floor just can't heal, but I can't pass. So I do have to raw switch here. So we've seen Psychic Noise, Wish, Thunderbolt. So it might not have much to hit Gliscor. I want to just get a Toxic on the Gliscor. Alright, Toxic on this. Or the other thing. So I'm just going to land me a nice little Toxic. Probably is going to Psychic Noise me. Which is fine. I'm relatively okay with that. Gliscor is prevented from healing. But now it's Toxic. Alright, I'm gonna just switch into Greninja. I can maybe get a nice U-turn on this thing. Start resetting stuff. If Kyurem comes in, I believe I can kill after rocks. Yeah, after rocks, unless it's a bulky set. It's fine. You're toxic. You will eventually die. I'm fine just going for a U-turn here. Does Terra finally? Okay. We gonna go see a Terra Water maybe? Okay, it is Terra Water. Good to know. Alright, I'm fully expecting just a Thunderbolt coming out here. If he goes for Psychic Noise, then good for him. Yep. You will eventually die to Toxic. I don't really care. So... Gliscor literally does not need to do anything here other than just run around. So I think I'm actually going to go into Gouging. I think I'm actually fine going into Gouging. If he Psychic Noises me, then that's going to be really annoying, but I'm bulky. And I could potentially just freaking kill him. Also, Wishes. That's fine. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance in your face. I think I just win the game right there. Got it? Yeah, that does nothing. So you can do that. I don't really care. And now I just Scale Shot. And even if you're a Scarfed Kyurem, I will outspeed you then. 2, 3, 4. And that should be GG. I don't think there's any Kyurem that can live that hit. Bulky and maybe like Haban? Okay, not even Haban. He's defensive, rather. Pressure. I could miss. That is true. I could miss. I could miss. I do not miss. So that is GG. GG! Strong 6-0. Strong 6-0. Let's go. I think we've prepped pretty well. Also didn't bring like some stuff that I expected, like the Scizor. Scizor looked pretty good. but I had, you know, plenty of stuff for it. But, you know, I don't know. But, yeah, anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for today, though. Strong 6-0. Great start to the season so far. Very happy with it, not going to deny. And, yeah, so be sure to go check out that Common Boy links down below, along with all the other coaches. Be sure to click that sub button if you haven't already. Much appreciated. Hit the like, all that fun stuff. And with that said, thank y'all so much for stopping by. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. And I love you all. Deuces.